This is Engage. It's your drive time entertainment choice right here on Love 101, the family station. I'm Kalando and back in the studio.
Oh my.
I don't even know. I was.
Oh, yeah.
I was oh, okay. That sounds like it's about to deaf me. All right. Maybe I need to
Welcome.
back away from
Should
the.
I say welcome?
No, I don't. If I should. Okay. Yeah, this is
Not
good.
you, me.
This is good. This is
That's
yes.
good.
Yeah, it's good. Of course, you can say welcome. I don't think I've ever done a show over this side of the studio. Have I? I don't remember.
I don't know. You tell me.
I can't remember now. It's been such a long time.
Can you remember how long?
I
You've been
got
out the studio.
But I know it's at least 6 months. But it feels like
more
a
than
lot
6
longer.
months. I don't think it's 6.
Maybe it's about 9.
Another year?
That's just the thing. I can't remember when we stopped.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a year.
I think it's a year. It feels.
I'm gonna say a year.
Yeah, I think we
So
should say
it's
a year.
it's back. I'm back after a year. It feels good. I hope the show sounds better. Because I don't know, the internet did give me some trouble on those remote locations. But
But you had a different set every week, or most.
I mean, that's the benefit of having it remote. You could always have a different background. You could be anywhere.
and when it.
And
Well, you did it.
oh boy. Anyway, so how was the week?
It was good.
Did you have vegetables this week?
Like by itself?
Yes.
No.
Of course not. The answer is no. The answer is always no. Crazy people have vegetables by themselves.
Did you?
No.
If you have to think about it, it's
No,
a
I was trying to remember. No, there was one time when I almost did that.
But what happened?
I just put some meat in it. Because who's
Oh.
gonna eat vegetable alone? Just doesn't make sense. Anyway, do you know that today is International Eat Your Veggies Day?
I'll find some weird things.
Right. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you the history of National Eat Your Vegetables Day. Started with an awareness of nutrition
Mhm.
and the role it plays in healthy lifestyle. So vegetables have always played an important role in the lives of humans, all the way back to when the hunter-gatherer day, right? Days. Vegetables was one of the vegetables were one of the hallmarks of civilization, and arguably the reason we
Mhm.
stopped being nomads. According to these historians, whomever they are,
Mhm.
suggest that that's when we stopped being nomads, because when they planted the crops, they had to stick around to tend to the crops, so they didn't, which I guess makes some rational sense. Anyway, so as we cemented our ability to produce crops or food, whatever,
Mhm.
they stopped being an opportunistic part of our diet, and instead became a foundation of our culture and cuisine. And as time went on, we established that there are benefits to eating them, better health and growth. But it was not until much later that science confirmed what we already knew. So vegetables have evolved and developed over time, and this is something that we need to think about moving forward. They have become such a hugely popular part of mealtime experiences that it's vital to embrace every part of National Eat Your Vegetables Day as much as you can. I would just say eat as much vegetable as you can manage to
Mix it up.
stomach.
It's quite bitter, you know.
Lots of vegetables.
Well, thank God for ranch. For
Which-
dressing.
But you know that the dressing thing makes the whole idea of eating vegetables ridiculous and unhealthy.
But I mean, at least you're doing it.
Oh, that's the trade-off. I don't
Yeah.
like dressing. I don't have dressing on my salad.
I have to. It's quite bitter.
It's the only way you can enjoy
Yeah.
it. Eh?
It's quite bitter, don't you think?
I know, especially like kale.
Mm-mm.
Somebody's been trying to get me to eat kale. I don't really like.
Celery? It's
Oh
quite
my!
bitter, man.
Horrible.
No.
I don't like. The truth is, only vegetable I like carrots because it's a
Okay.
little sweet.
You
carrots
you
are
have it by
sweet.
itself.
I could eat carrots by itself. Yeah, I like, especially like baby carrots, to eat those, or I could eat them with some hummus. Not too bad.
I can juice it. That's fine.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Anyway, apparently we're going to be talking more about vegetables a little later on. But coming to the updates, 3 festival song entries identified for Jamaica 60 celebrations. I thought they didn't find any, and they were going to scrap the whole thing.
Well, we're back on. So they've asked. Well, the things that they've asked. Well, the competition is now back, so
That's
you
it.
can
Enter.
I don't think so. Anyway, the information I'll show you.
You're asking me or you're telling me? Because I'm telling you. That is back. So a competition is on this year.
Oh, since when? Today?
This week.
Hmm.
We got the news earlier this week.
That.
Say what?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll clarify.
You live on the rock.
We'll clarify. It seems like
Yeah, but there's
they've
a
picked
link
3
out.
songs.
There's a link out. And
Oh.
so folks can sign up and the instructions are there. I haven't got on the site, but yeah, it's back on. So there will be a competition this year.
So where's my computer? So I can't find
Check it out.
Okay. Jermaine Edwards and Agent Sasko spearheading hope in a new single. And Sinatra's Waymaker, well, that music video has surpassed 200 million views.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like a number worth mentioning.
How long the song out now?
Since 2015.
Okay.
200 million. Well,
Okay. That's a thing?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not a YouTube fanatic. I don't know.
Really? Anyway, in your world of music, we're gonna add some
it's a
pop
thing. So
to your
so,
evening.
So now that she there's
200
250
million.
million. 200 million. So like how much money should get from that now?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Right. Because I'm pretty
Is it
sure
the
it's
views?
monetized. Or is it views or subscribers?
Yeah, it's
Or
views.
both.
I
It's
think it's a
views?
combination of both. Somebody should tell us.
Victor should know. He's
Yeah, how
Don't
do you
you have
make
a
money
channel?
from YouTube?
I'm sorry, go again.
What are we here talking?
I
and
was
you're
checking
like,
on festival.
are
I
you?
was checking on the festival actually.
Is
It
it?
means it's off.
It's off. This. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna give you the update
off.
shortly, right? So,
20 from Bamsey Green, 24
so
hours ago.
he's trying to say that he knows that it's on, and I'm saying, is
hold
it?
on.
But
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you later. No,
Well, let me
it's
check.
fine. It's fine. We're gonna tell the people.
We're all checking.
We can have a conversation about it a little bit.
There's
Anyway, we
about-
were trying to figure out, Victor, whether it is if the money that you earn from YouTube comes from views or subscribers or a combination of both.
It's really a combination of both.
Okay, so that's what so Siobhan's question was, now that the Sinatra's song Waymaker 200 million views, well, surpassed it,
Mhm.
does she make money from
does.
just from the
From the views alone as well right now. Because the thing is, remember that the number of subscribers that you have naturally translates to the number of watch time, the kind of watch time. you
the
get
kind of
on-
watch, and you
Yeah,
get
so
you get earn from watch time.
You do earn from watch time, yeah.
All right, well, I guess you'd have to ask her how much money she's earning, but clearly she's earning some money. This is Engaged to Drive Time Entertainment Choice, Entertainment and Lifestyle Choice, right here on the Family Station, Love 101.
Oh, we're going to a break?
Yeah.
I was trying to do some investigation.
Nobody's stopping your investigation. We're just moving on. We're just moving on.
I remember one of the controls, all right?
Again, nobody's
Just remember that. I'm the one of the controls, okay? So let's take a break. All right, let's find what we need to find. I'll come back, right? Okay, I'm trying, folks. So go.
What a heat! What a whole heap of sun! At the best time to explore. Come make we have some fun. You heard right. Summer is knocking on our doors. And you can be sure that Love 101, the family station, will be taking the fun to a town near you. And we're off! St. Elizabeth! St. Elizabeth! Love 101 is going your way for the first stop in this year's I Love Summer. It's time to explore door. Yes, we're kickstarting the fun in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware. Come join us Saturday, June 18 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for live performances, games, giveaways, prizes, and surprises. Come chat and interact with some of our very own Love 101 announcers. I Love Summer. It's time to explore door. First stop, Saturday, June 18, 2 to 5 p.m. in the town of Santa Cruz at Camric Hardware on Santa Plaza. It's gonna be good. St. Elizabeth, here we come.
Love 101.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
We want to hear your best. My daddy means so much to me because story. Get your story of your hero dad, your father who stood with you through the tough times, your father who was present in your life as a child. Let us celebrate the fathers who played their role, who understood and still understand the importance of being a father. This Sunday during Sunday Showcase with Sarah Ann, call in and share your My Daddy stories and let us continue the narrative. There are great fathers out there. It's all happening on the family station, Love 101.
Father's Day come again. Run tell your pitney and your friends. We go to all the daddy them. So they can't ever keep a good man down.
Love 101, the family station, would like to honor all fathers for the strength and courage you show. We honor you. Happy Father's Day from us here at Love 101.
I'll never leave your side. I'll be here when you.
Love 101, the family station, would like to salute all fathers. Your presence in the lives of your children is priceless and incomparable. Continue doing the great work that you do. Happy Father's Day from us here at Love 101.
I will always be here watching over you.
What would you do? How far will you go to make your loved ones happy? You'll move the world, wouldn't you? Well, Western Union is here to help you do just that, because now you can send money from any agent location directly into your loved one's bank account. You can send to the US, UK, India, over 50 countries worldwide, and you can send any amount for a flat $10 transfer fee. This is moving money straight to where they need it. This is Western Union, moving money for better.
Western Union also makes money from currency exchange. When choosing a money transmitter, compare fees and exchange rates, which may vary based on a number of factors and are subject to change.
Get $100 cash from Alliance for your birthday bash when you collect a MoneyGram money transfer on your birthday this June. Conditions apply.
Rio Grande to the South Coast. Hotel workers and man wear off boat. This a for the craft vendors, red cap porters and transportation at airport. Make a tourism pension plan, building towards the future. For tourism workers across the island, retirement benefits to contributions. Every worker in the industry, permanent self-employed contract. For your service you deserve security. Yes you do. Tourism workers pension plan, build a bright future. Yes, you can. Tourism workers pension plan. Workers invest through contribution. All tourism workers, age 80 to 59. Tourism workers pension plan.
Start making your contributions for a brighter future.
For further information, visit mot.gov.jm or call 876-920-4926 for 30.
It's your drive time, entertainment, and lifestyle choice right here on the family station Love 101. We call it Engage, and if you're just joining us, well, it's time for e-updates. Well, now I don't know what we're going to do. Are we going to talk about festival or what? Because it seems we're trying to get the accurate information. I'll tell you what I have, and then you can tell me what you have, and then we can hope.
No, I don't think you should read what you have. Leave that and go back to it later.
No, but what I have
is your info up to date?
Yeah, well, the info is accurate.
Very accurate.
So some 123 entries were received for the competition. This is a story according to Jamaica Cleaner.
Right, yeah,
and 123 entries were received for the competition. And according to the competition's committee chairman, Orville Hill, the entrance for the festival song overall did not attain the relevant standards, and the judges were not able to make a recommendation for the top 10 finalists which was accepted by Grange. The judges, this is a quote now, identified and indicated that there were 2 songs worthy of recognition as entry songs, and having received that information, the minister spoke with the panel of judges and asked them to revisit the songs to see if any other or several others could be found, Hill said, noting the rules and regulations. Rules and regulations of the competition. He added that the JCDC reserves the right to select or reject an entry, and by entering, entrants accept and are bound by all terms. Out of this, another track was selected. It is disappointing, quote again, for all of us, and we look forward to having a festival song that will be galvanizing to all of us, he said. The pandemic would have created some delays in the launching of the workshops that are normally held, said Grange. She also stated that she would be going to the cabinet, I guess this week.
So this Monday.
Monday gone, to voice the suggestion that 3 songs be highlighted in a competition. And then she made the point that it would normally be a competition among 10 songs this year. 10 songs. But this year, what we will do is make a determination, and essentially what she said, I'm stop quoting now. She said she was going to add the 3 songs to the commemorative album that they had planned to have. And so they would say, okay, well, these 3 entries would be part of it. I don't know what.
And so what we heard is that out of that meeting, they're like, okay, let's have a competition.
So a competition was put back on.
Right. Hold on 1 sec.
Mackerel, you're my number 1. Like, love you, yeah. Time by Grace Mackerel is
14 minutes to 6, folks. Yeah.
All right. So where the latest story you have is what?
June 16, 2022.
That's June 16th. That's yesterday.
Yes, that's yesterday.
What do you have?
According to this article on Caribbean National Weekly, it says Minister of Entertainment, Gender and Sports Olivia Grange has announced that Jamaica Festival Song Competition is back on. So that's the latest.
Yesterday, it's back on.
Yes.
So how do you enter?
I mean, you check the ministry site.
Oh, yes, I believe you do.
I'm pretty sure that's where the others found the
Is it
link
the ministry site or JCDC?
Whichever.
Where you normally... Anyway.
I don't know. Ministry site, but I'm sure it's on their page as well.
I don't know. All right. So,
or guess what? Call JCDC or call the ministry. I'm pretty sure they'll have info for you. Simple. If you're interested,
well, I hope
it'd be a part of the
register and enter now at jcdc.gov.jm.
Okay,
Right. There
which is where I figured it would be.
Right.
All right. So, and then it leads to the question: maybe we should just be done with it.
Why?
Because like, who wants festivals?
I want it
to do what?
To sing and carry on.
Yeah, but
rock.
Are you talking about festival songs that you knew when you were growing up, or do you want a new festival song, a modern festival song?
You mean like the one that Statius did?
Yes.
And I can't remember one line out of it.
Okay.
No, I don't want that.
So you want old time
legacy,
like they sort of.
You keep. Yeah, I remember that, but
that who?
Buju. I can't remember. I'm a Jamaican. That's all I remember. But
I just find that it seems like we
culture.
have very little creativity when we're always just sort of I don't know, like bigging up Jamaica.
No.
I am a Jamaican.
There are some
Jamaica
things that you want to keep. There's some things that you should keep.
Okay,
you just don't want to do it with everything.
You know, as a country,
when you hear a festival song, I'm thinking of a particular song, and that's what you want. So I don't care if we're in 2022.
I don't mind reflecting on the songs that have already been produced. I don't think in 2022 the song should sound like that.
I'm not. Well, it won't necessarily sound like that.
Well, you clearly don't like the one that they have modernized.
No,
you don't like the 2021 sound.
When you hear of a festival, you think it's something catchy. Something you can sit and you hold and drink with and you vibe.
It's that you're talking about the way festival was done, which is no longer around. We know life is not like that anymore.
We all know that.
So that's why we want to do festival songs.
Hold on. So why do you need to change
in the past? Because what you then do is deny the parts of our culture that have progressed. How do we represent that? Where is the representation of the parts of our culture that
some things can just stay as they are, and that's one of them.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think they should just be over and done with that.
That's you. You
find something else.
You don't have to listen to it.
Find something else to engage the people who are writing and who want to reflect the culture and who want to celebrate who we are as Jamaicans. But there must be a 2022 expression of that creativity. It can't be that we're still stuck at what it was like in 1985.
Okay, and what's that creativity?
It should just unfold. We shouldn't prescribe it. We should just let it happen, and then we say, "Oh, good, this is Festival 2022."
Okay, why don't you write a song for Victor?
I am not trying to enter festival.
Okay.
I am not trying to enter festival. Anyway, gospel.
I need to stop.
Gospel minister.
He knows me.
Gospel. You're trying to suggest that Victor should enter festival?
No, I'm not.
What is that?
Gospel minister Jermaine Edwards has joined voices with Agent Sasko on a brand new track released today. The track is called Hope in My Mind, and it premiered on Jermaine's YouTube channel today. And now we're going to take a listen.
I heard the song last.
Oh, I was like, Hope in My Head. Jermaine Edwards working out with Agent Sasko on that one. I don't mind the vibe of it. I'm not always a fan of these
I was waiting
combos.
I was waiting for
These
that.
collaboration.
It took him a while to get there.
No, I got there. I got there directly after talking about how I feel about the song because I can separate the things. I think it's a nice song.
I was waiting for that.
Jermaine says that.
Welcome back.
Sometimes people have hope, but this is not the first time because didn't he do a song recently with? Is it Ding Dong or Ramesh or somebody? Yeah, last year.
Yeah. Where did that
song
produced?
I
have no idea.
Wait, nowhere.
A song with it was more than one. Like a couple tracks were produced from that. There was a track and they did a couple songs because I think
Was it German or Ramesh's?
I don't remember whose it is now, but
because I can't even remember that.
I think he did do a collab, and then on that same track, I think what's the guy with the cricketer sounding one, Chris Gale, right?
Cricketer sounding.
Well, that's how I remember that he has the same name as
Chris Gale,
as the cricketer, right? So I think Chris Gale did a song on that track too. I'm sure of it. Maybe it wasn't 21, it was 20.
So where are those songs?
Anyway, where is this one going to go? Hope in my so Jermaine says in an article the Weekend Star that sometimes people have hope in the government or man, but we actually have hope in God, and hoping in God is what gives us the strength to press on because we know that there's a higher being than ourselves to help us. So he talked about he was working on the song earlier this year when he thought of Sasko's 2018 Banks of Hope single. Okay.
You know that song?
Yeah.
I do not.
Oh, you know it, Victor?
Of course.
Okay. That's a big tune.
Yeah, man.
Oh, can I hear that?
Big tune.
Or is that gonna put us in trouble on this thing?
Banks of Hope?
Banks of Hope shouldn't. No,
Banks of Hope is
conscious
clean.
music, you know.
No, not so.
Banks of
the
Hope.
YouTube situation.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so he was listening to that. So we can go and play it in the background and then bring it up. So he says that I just sent it to him and said, bro, I was doing the song and the only person that he could hear on it, and so he said he was correct. He was extremely busy. That's Sasko, but said he loved it and it was a no-brainer. And I know that song.
You know this song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's called what?
Banks of Hope.
Which is really a play on words with Hope River,
Got it.
because part of Sasko's upbringing would have been along the banks of Hope River.
Yeah.
I see. Very knowledgeable, very informed.
As he's supposed to be.
All right. all right. Settle down.
Anyway,
he's quite saucy today.
So Jermaine says today.
Yeah.
I think this is sort of normal.
Every day.
No, I think it's because you're inside here.
I just really Jermaine says I just really want to be relevant. That means not as gospel artist Jermaine Edwards, but as a human, right? So as a human. So you don't have to put me in a category to say he's a gospel artist or an inspirational artist or whatever. I am necessary, and that's what I really want to be. I want anyone who listens to the song, whether you believe in God or not, for the song to give you hope, and hopefully that will lead you to God, or that hope will lead you to God, he said. So he just wants to be relevant, necessary. I like that. People say, I want to be relevant. He says, I want to be necessary.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. I've never heard of that one.
I like that. That's what he says. I want to be necessary. Like, what's the problem?
Why are you laughing? You're giving us the silent laugh.
It's just interesting to me. I've heard this discussion before about being relevant, but I'm not
necessary.
Sorry, yes. Well, necessary is a new one, so I haven't heard this one before.
I'm happy that
it's 2022.
Yeah, man.
He'd appreciate that.
Of course.
Growth.
There we go. From relevance to necessary.
But it's but maybe that is what that's sort of the next thing. Yeah, because sometimes when you get set in a category, it's hard to entertain any other expression of your experience, even as a
Yes.
Christian or as a
Yeah.
person that's going through this journey of life,
Yeah.
because you feel like everything that you need to do must
Must
line
fit
up
within.
with this
Yeah.
particular theme and genre and whatever.
In
versus-
these words, with this
yeah,
sound,
these words,
yeah,
or people might not think that you're authentic. So I
Yeah.
like that Jermaine is saying, I just, I'm a
Want to be
human being
necessary.
and I want to be necessary, whether, but because he's not suggesting that he will deny where his hope comes
No,
from.
not at all.
He's just saying, I carry my hope wherever, in
Right.
any category.
Right.
I'm just necessary.
In fact, he's
Deal with
hoping
it.
that hope that he inspires will point people to his
God.
source of hope. So,
There you go. So
yeah.
I'm a fan.
Look at y'all, figured it out.
No.
Y'all deserve an award.
Figure it out.
Y'all are quite necessary.
All right.
Man, it's on today. On the international scene, according to gmusicplus.com, renowned worship leader Sinach has smashed a new milestone with her global and timeless hit Waymaker. The official video of the worship anthem has surpassed 200 million YouTube views, making it the third most streamed Nigerian song on the popular streaming platform
big.
after Davido's Fall, which is at 241 million at the time of this story. Waymaker, which was first released back in December 2015, has been translated to over 50 languages and covered by many artists around the world, including Michael W. Smith, Leland, and Bethel Music. Thanks to Waymaker, Sinach topped the US Billboard chart for Christian songwriters for 12 consecutive weeks, making her the first African to achieve that feat. In 2020, she bagged the GMA Dove Award for Song of the Year. In 2020, wow. Last year, Waymaker was named Song of the Year at the 2021 BMI Christian Awards virtual event, also making Sinach the first African gospel artist to achieve that feat. We say congrats to her and wish her all the best. It's funny how this is like 7 years later. How is that Song of the Year? Oh, I guess that's how gospel music is.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway.
What you say a while ago? That's all gospel music for.
I'm saying, I guess that's how it is.
In terms of behind,
I don't know how to describe it, but can you believe that a song was released in 2015 and is still being named Song of the Year in like 6 years later, 2021? Well, 2 years running, two different charts, because in 2020 it was Song of the Year and 2021.
You see why it's important for you to market and tour and do them things, eh?
I guess. But I don't know if that would make a difference, because I'm saying many songs have come out since. I mean, you look at all the work that Maverick Music is doing, and
But,
those
I mean-
songs are really good. And you're telling me that Waymaker above all those types of songs? Oh. Anyway, God must know him, I do.
Same way so.
That one takes care of our update for today.
Take a break?
Short one.
Oh, okay. Your own things.
Say thanks to Dad with a gift of unlimited from Flow. Enjoy great smartphone deals when you switch now, like a ZTE A31 for just $5,000 or a TCL 20E for just $16,900 GCT included. And both phones are loaded with 7 days of unlimited talk, YouTube, social, and data for TikTok. Plus, you get a free sunglasses. Switch at a Flow store today and keep your number available while stocks last.
Hey folks, this is Love on the One at 6 o'clock.
Importers. Shipments requiring you to pay customs duties and taxes are cleared on a customs goods declaration, known as an IM4 or IMS4. Ask your clearing agent to provide your customs declaration, customs assessment notice, and customs receipt once duties and taxes are paid. Where your clearing agent may not be able to provide the IM4 or IMS4, request your customs goods declaration registration number or C number, which can be used to verify your payments. Importers, request your IM4, IMS4, or C number. It is your right. For details, email the Jamaica Customs Agency at public.relations@jca.gov.jm. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
The United Apostolic Fast and Prayer Fellowship calls on the women of Jamaica, yes, the women of Jamaica from all walks of life, to send up cries to Almighty God for deliverance from the evil forces at work in our nation. We need divine intervention now. So let us pray, let us cry out in our churches, in the street, at the plazas, in the marketplaces, anywhere and everywhere. Our God will answer and He will deliver us.
St. Judah first, St. Judah first. Hi, this is your boy Jay Kingston, and you're listening to Engage with my friend Kalando on Love 101.
As Father's Day nears, finding the right thing to do with Pops can be a bit of a head scratcher. But if you're running out of ideas for how to spend a special day with your number one guy, adventurer and entrepreneur Matthew is here. He's got a list of what to do and where to go with your father this weekend. Matthew, welcome to Engage.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. All right. So before we talk about the things that can be done for Father's Day, what are you going to do for your father?
So my sister messaged me, and as a group, I think we're going to go to Ming's. Have you heard of it?
Ming's? No. Carry on.
It's a dim sum place in the plazas.
Okay.
So yeah, so my family is Asian, so they like dim sum.
Okay. No, when they said the plazas, is that like Kingston?
Yeah, man, like halfway tree.
Okay.
You know the plazas in halfway tree.
Plaza was the name of the plaza.
No, like Tropical Plaza or Mall Plaza.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Exact names.
Right.
Got it. But somehow you're going to find Ming's on the plazas, and that's where the group of you will go.
Well, I know where it is. I just, don't know the exact plaza name. I just group them together.
All right, fine. So anyway, so you are described as an adventurer, and that you've been doing this for 5 years. What is that?
Someone who likes to explore and see different parts of the world and of Jamaica is how I would describe it.
So where have you adventured to?
In Jamaica or outside? Yes, a big list.
Wherever you described it. I'm just saying, keep following the trail.
I would say probably I would imagine every single parish, every single popular destination you would think of, like let's say Duns River Falls and Blue Lagoon in Portland and stuff like that. But then also a lot of places that would be off the beaten path, like Cascade Falls or Spanish Bridge, or like a lot of different places.
All right. And then what's the best adventure you've done over the last 5 years that you've been doing this?
Wow.
If you could pick one.
That's such a broad, that's such a put on the spot question. I'm gonna just move outside of Jamaica for a second and say that Greece was one of my favorite places. The Greek islands was one of the favorite places I've ever been to. And I did a safari in Botswana about 4 years back, and that was very memorable for me. Those were probably the two biggest.
Oh, cool. What if I end up in Greece? What should I see? I may end up in Greece this year.
Well, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't love Athens, so I didn't spend much. Well, I wasn't going to spend much time there anyways, but I didn't love it, so that worked out perfect. But everybody who does go there needs to see the Acropolis, because it's such an old, ancient site. For me, though, what I really loved about Greece, like I said before, were the islands. And we took a ferry, and the ferry took us to. It had to pass by a few islands, but the ones I visited were Mykonos and Santorini.
All right. I think I might end up in the latter of those two, the things you just called. How often do you go on these adventures, though?
Internationally, it's not planned, but I used to travel 3 or 4 times a year before COVID. It's not been the same during COVID, but I've kind of bounced back. Like this year, I've been to Panama a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I don't have a set timetable for how often right now.
All right. Well, what started all this, though? Before we go to the list that you want to share with folks, how did this get going?
I don't know. I feel like it's something within your spirit. It's something like you feel drawn towards it. So in my case, growing up, my family would go to Miami a lot. We really wouldn't go much other places. So I didn't really get much of a chance to explore. And a couple of years back, a friend of mine told me she was going to Costa Rica, and she described it. And I was like, well, I want to do that. So after she came back, I got the details from her. This is before Google Maps, could just map out everything so easily for you. So this was before all that, and this was 2011, and I jumped on that trip, and I think ever since that I just never looked back. They say you catch a travel bug.
Oh, okay, cool. Sounds like you've had, I mean, at least for 5 years and been to many different places and clearly taking it all in. You must have a pretty good list that we can check out for Father's Day in case people haven't planned anything. So people really, I mean, you just have 2 days to get it together. What can we do?
Well, I mean, let me just backtrack for a quick second to say, and then, in between or after or before I started exploring Jamaica, I think it's just all been, and Jamaica to me is in my opinion, we have it all. We are one of the most beautiful countries and people don't explore enough. So let me start with that. I personally don't want to go to a restaurant on Sunday for Father's Day because I don't like crowds. So if the restaurant was something that somebody wanted to do, I would personally suggest they do it Saturday or a different day. I don't know how many people are actually, what do you call it now, pinned down to the day or how much that is important to them. But, I figure why you have me on the program is to go through more maybe what you might call adventurous things. And I was thinking about the things I would say to you. One of the things I would suggest is why not go to Hollywell? And this sounds so basic. And to me, it sounds like something that's so, what do you call it? Matter of fact. But I realize not many people actually do that. Not many people actually, it's just 45 minutes outside of Kingston and not many people actually do it.
So Hollywell is one of the things you would recommend.
Yeah, like a barbecue at Hollywell, and there's other things around the area. So last weekend I went with a different group that wanted to see somewhere called Cascade Falls. It's on Google Maps. It's a little bit of adventure to find, but you can pair them together. Like you can do Cascade Falls, it's pretty easy, and then you can go to Hollywell or something else in the area and have a barbecue or try to do something different. I thought about, what is kind of close. And the next place that came to mind was Bob Marley Beach. I don't know how many people know of it or have been.
That's out by East Road, St. Andrew?
It's out by St. Thomas,
no.
Past the airport. It's out by St. Thomas.
Okay.
So that is somewhere that I would suggest that, people could go to because it's different as well. A quick trip to Ocho Rios maybe. To go to there's a place called what is the name? It's escaping me at the moment. There's a place right past Drax Hall, the Cove. That's a nice little beach for the day.
Oh yeah.
I mean it's too late now to suggest it, but for future somebody could do an Airbnb in or around any of these areas and just take the weekend to just relax with the dad and explore and see more of Jamaica.
Right, so we've got Hollywell, Bob Marley Beach, Ocho Rios, the Cove. So these are okay. Apart from Hollywell, the others are beaches. Is that the only bits of adventure that you would recommend, or we've got some more?
Well, like I said to you, Cascade Falls was a waterfall. So there's the mountains, the beaches, and the waterfalls. I'm not sure how much other things you could do. Like I've done adventure kind of stuff. I think. Do they still have paintball? I'm not sure, but they're somewhere in Ocho Rios that does riding buggies and you ride through mud. That's pretty fun and a pretty memorable thing to do.
As well. All right. So it's the rainy season, and or one question was, so if that is a little elderly, or the patriarch of the family is a little elderly and may not be up to much of that, is there anything you
well that's why I find people mostly do restaurants. So that is, I think that's the typical thing to do, and all I would be able to do then is give you more restaurants. One thing that came to mind when I was thinking about it, I haven't done it myself, but there's a place called Stush in the Bush. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have.
And from what everyone who has ever gone there has told me, it's amazing, but you have to book way in advance. So it's not something that can be done this Sunday. But again, if you're not as sentimental as I am and you're willing to celebrate Father's Day,
at another time,
then you can maybe have a reservation a month down the road. I plan to do it as soon as I can, and I hear it's amazing.
Yes, but I think you also need to have an okay budget because so should and
Yes.
also prepared to be meat free for the adventure.
True. Well, as I
with-
said,
with
something like
fish and
Hollywell
meat.
is it's very cheap to go into, and it's it's very easy.
Yeah,
to
and you
get
can
there,
have
in my
a.
opinion.
I've actually done that sometime. I think last November I did that with a couple of friends, and that turned out to be pretty special itself. So yeah, you could probably do that one, Hollywood.
I think at the end of the day, though, I think it's hard to say because each person's dad is different. So as you said,
Right.
somebody's dad maybe elderly, or they might not want to leave the house, or maybe they want to play dominoes with their kids. So I think the big thing should probably be find out what does your dad care for, what is going to make him happy, because it's his day.
Correct. Where can people find you, Matthew, if they wanted to join your adventure, or at least get some ideas from you?
I keep a blog, JamaicanToTheWorld.com. I'm in the middle of actually changing it up right now, but I think it works. And I'm on Instagram at According to Matt.
All right. According to Matt, that's 2 T's.
2 T's, correct.
All right. Thank you very much, entrepreneur Matthew. Is that Matthew Chin?
That is.
For sharing some adventure ideas with us for Father's Day.
Okay,
Take care.
thank you for having me. Take care.
All right. So, all right. So this Father's Day, it's a day set aside and to express dad appreciation for that special guy than cooking. What better way than cooking good food, and what better way to do that than breakfast? A breakfast treat made of veggies. Even though when you say what better way, okay. It's a nice idea to do a breakfast treat made of veggies. International Eat Veggies Day, as we said, and whether you're digging in into your favorite salad or trying kale for the first time, today we collect some ideas to add to Dad's breakfast plate on his day. We'll welcome Mariana, who is the food lover behind vegan restaurant Mariana's Kitchen. She's back with us to help us with some suggestions for breakfast on Father's Day. Hi, Mariana. How are you? Welcome back. Yeah, you're muted, Mariana.
Hello?
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Not. I can see you're asking if we're hearing you, but we're not hearing you. Can you go again?
Can you hear me?
Oh no,
Oh no.
I'm not sure what's happening. All right,
Hello?
so we're gonna try and fix that and come back with Mariana. We'll try and bring her in again and see if that helps us to figure out how she's gonna give us some healthy treats for Dad. Vegan dishes and any leafy vegetables, and I'm sure anyway Mariana's food. Have you ever had it? Have you ever been? Trevor? No. You should check it out. I mean,
yes,
right.
I've
She
had
did
it.
some
She did send
cookies.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
some.
some salads for us.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but
gonna send some stuff. No?
she, you would have wanted the salad. You need some salad dressing as well if she does the salad. Eh?
She's back.
But I'm saying, oh, she's back. All right. Hey, Mariana, are you hearing us now? Well, we
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
can hear us,
I don't know why
but we're not hearing you. We can see that you're talking,
Oh my
but we're
gosh.
not hearing you. Maybe can we just call her on the phone?
Okay, let's do that. 6:15, folks. Soon come. Let's take a break.
Attention all grade 11 high school students and parents. The Ministry of Education has paid for you to sit the City and Guilds Math and English exam on Thursday, June 30. Check with your school to see if you're registered for these exams. Don't miss the chance of a lifetime to be qualified with a certificate recognized by employers and universities worldwide. The exam consists of one paper, no SBA, no stress. A perfect alternative to the other exam. Call City and Guilds at 924-7808 or 924-7804. City and Guilds, the passport to your future.
I'm advice I don't know all this shot and tally. I have a message to everyone. Get vaccinated. Hey, tourism the main driver of the local economy. It provides us with jobs, pay up the country. So everybody in the industry, get the job and come follow me. It don't hurt to the nerd. Lick the nurse cause the vaccine work. Get vaccinated. Yeah. This is a message from the Ministry of Tourism. Get vaccinated. situated. Just get vaccinated. Situated. You're deaf?
Crime Stop Jamaica 311 Unsolved. Help us to solve the gun slaying of Michael Jr. Speedy Edwards, who was murdered at home on Bonito Way, Brayton Phase 1, Portmore, on Sunday, March 13, 2022 at 3:30 p.m. Explosions rang out and a family member checked. He found Mr. Edwards lying on his couch in his backyard hut with gunshot wounds to the head. Crime Stop Jamaica is offering a total reward of $250,000 for information leading to an arrest and charge. Call Crime Stop Jamaica 311. Don't hide it, tell it. Solving crime pays.
41. All right, we've got Mariana online and we're going to talk vegan dish treats for dad on Father's Day. Mariana, are you hearing us now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Okay,
thankfully.
great.
So
Great.
we did unfortunately lose a little time, so you have to get straight to it with us.
No problem.
Give us some ideas.
Okay, so for Father's Day, so we're talking about a vegan breakfast. For Father's Day, I think there's nothing nicer than something that's homemade to show our parents that we appreciate them and spend some time with them. So the point is to get them to eat more vegetables, make it easy, homemade, and without breaking the bank, while using ingredients that are local and in season.
Right.
So I think we can all agree that ackee is a big favorite, but most times ackee is cooked with saltfish. So to make it vegan, you can cook ackee with mushrooms instead. A lot of people are very fond of mushrooms,
Actually,
and
I
they
like
bring
that.
a lot of health benefits. So you can cook a very colorful ackee with mushrooms, callaloo, carrots, tomatoes, all your favorite spices and herbs, and serve them on bami. Or if you have a waffle machine, you can make some savory corn waffles and place the ackee, the cooked ackee, on a savory corn waffle, which would have a sweet, nutty flavor to it. Pears are starting to pop up, and they're in season right now. So top it off with a few slices of pear. And we're in a great time of the year with all the summer fruits. All the summer fruits, very, very colorful when you look at the fruit stands.
Right.
So you can end, you can end that with something very, very colorful and fruity. Throw in some chopped nuts, some honey or maple syrup, and that way you're getting many types. You're getting a very colorful vegan breakfast, which would incorporate up to 5 different vegetables and a few fruits. So it's a very vitamin, nutrient-rich, hydrating breakfast, which is the best way to start the day. And it's easy to make, but beautiful to look at, and great for one's health and one's body.
I'm sure it sounds almost like when you're done with that, you want the person who make it want to sleep for the rest of the day. Because
Well, or
it's
they
like a
could
lot.
be, or they could have, the great energy to start the day, because it's nourishing and filling, but it's not heavy
Right.
or difficult to digest. So
Right.
it depends, I guess.
But it does sound quite delicious, except for the callaloo part. But that sounds like something I would have.
Well, don't overcook the callaloo so it doesn't become too bitter. I would say that.
Oh, is that what happens when it's
Yeah,
overcooked?
yeah. Don't overcook it. Like once it starts to just turn that dark green,
Mm-hmm.
just turn it out. Turn the heat off, because the longer you cook it, the more bitter it becomes. At least that's my.
Got it.
That's from my perspective.
All right. So you talked to us about breakfast, a very delicious sounding breakfast, also very colorful and clearly very nutritious. Did you have like another idea about maybe lunch or dinner?
Lunch or dinner, I would have to. I mean, I don't have anything on the top of my mind now. I was thinking about breakfast a lot.
All right, to get the day started. That's fine. That's fine. What should you not do when you're preparing a veggie breakfast meal? Is there any don'ts?
Don't make it monotone. Like, try to make it as colorful as possible. To work with, don't limit yourself, is what I would say. Don't limit yourself. Use a lot of colors, a lot of vegetables. Be generous with the spices. And don't overcook your vegetables, because the more you overcook them, the soggier and the more bitter they become.
Got it.
So those are the don'ts. Don't limit yourself, and don't overcook your like don't overcook anything.
What? Would your restaurant be open on Father's Day?
No. On Father's Day we won't be open.
Okay, but if we're gonna take Matthew's advice and say, okay, maybe we'll do a restaurant this Saturday rather than the Sunday, what could we pop in and get for Dad on Saturday, tomorrow?
Well, we'll have our regular menu. We didn't have it. We have cookies and cornbread and chutneys and different spice. We have a lot of different spices on our spice rack that you can put together that make a great gift. Or you can just come with Dad and do a Father's Day weekend with him, and have him do vegan on a Saturday and something else on a Sunday if you'd like.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you kind of balance it out and still get a little nutrition and health going there.
Right.
All right, Mariana, it's always great. Oh, so there was a question here. So many leafy vegetables are considered the least favorite.
What?
The leafy vegetables are not fun. So if you were trying to encourage someone to have that, what do you propose would be the next best thing?
I mean, if you don't like callaloo, just use it, just cook the ackee. So you could do ackee, mushrooms, carrots, sweet pepper, tomatoes, and maybe start with that and then ease your way into the callaloos and pak choys and kales, etc. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. So if you don't want the leafy greens, just don't use them to start with, but use other vegetables that you like.
I like that ackee and mushroom thing. I've never thought of it, but I think I shall have it. Not tomorrow, or not this weekend, but I think I'll have it. Thank you so much, Mariana, from Mariana's Kitchen, for popping in and helping us to figure out a nice vegan style way to get Dad's day going. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye. And that takes care of all those ideas for adventures and vegan food for Father's Day. You can put those two options in what you're doing. So I'm going to tell you what's coming up. IT and Fancy Cat, Blacka Ellis and Kathy Grant, they want all fathers to join them for a time of laughter at Ghetto Misfits 2. It's a stand-up comedy special, which happens on Sunday at the Courtly Auditorium. 3,000 gets you in, and they start at 6:30. Check out SpurOpen.com to get your tickets. United Pentecostal Church in Port Antonio invites you to its mission crusade under the theme Understanding the Times Push, which is prayer until something happens. This happens on Sunday, and it goes to the following. Is that another Sunday, the 24th? 36 Summerstown Road, Port Antonio, Portland. Go Better Motivation Consulting Group presents Master Your Mind and Money Conference. This is going to take place on June 25, and they're inviting all ladies to be in attendance at the Tropic View Hotel in Mandeville. So, man, no one mastermind and money. All right, okay. That was 10 to 4. Our upcoming event segment is sponsored by SpurOpen.com. SpurOpen.com is to make an online platform designed to simplify online payments for charities, churches, event organizers, and micro business owners. To register your events, go to SpurOpen.com/events and click the button that says Get Started Now. Registration is free, and your event doesn't even have to be paid to be on the platform. Stay with us. We'll just go straight to your word of music.
Because I'm gonna kick you out soon.
All right, so Victor Brown, who you did hear a little earlier talking with us and trying to help us to understand what's happening with the JCDC competition, which I think we're go to jcdc.gov.jm and you'll figure out what's going on with that. So so Victor he's got a new single called Unbelievers. I have to tell you, somebody sent me a WhatsApp message with the song, but I could not. It wouldn't play on my phone for some reason, and I totally forgot to go back and try. So I'm going to hear the song for the first time today.
So honest first reactions.
Yes. Well, it would have been honest either way. It's just that this time now it's very unfiltered because maybe I would have had a chance to say, well, let me feel, let me kind of edit my words so that the blow lands softly. It's called Unbelievers. I'm hearing it's being called thought provoking. I saw people commenting and say, "Wow, it's very different to what it was." Let's take a listen to this, and then we'll chat with Victor. And you're also going to tell us about